Right, here we are at the Download Festival with Ginger. Now, we've just been chatting. We've known each other, I suppose, decades, and that sounds scary, doesn't it? Because we were talking about 1994 when the Wildhearts were here playing what was the Monsters of Rock then, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the one where we were... I think that was the first time we broke up. It happened a few times afterwards, but I think that was officially the first time we broke up. And I know that because we smashed all the gear, so we weren't planning on doing anything. But I was just saying to you, I threw this gorgeous 2550 Les Paul out into the audience. This thing's worth thousands. And I thought, I foolishly thought someone was going to get it and form a band with it. And the audience just tore it to shreds and gave me all the small pieces to sign, which was obviously insult on injury.
But here you are again, 30 years later, playing Download again. How was the set this morning?
This morning? It's funny because when you play it doesn't feel like morning. It's not like, it just feels like a gig. You know, you turn, it's gig o'clock. And it was great. And the audience were great. And it didn't seem that big when we were playing, because to me, you're just playing to these people and you can see them all. But on a photo, you can't see them all. It just seems like they went on forever. So it was weird that it didn't seem like that big when I was playing it.
It's not the end, it's a reset. Rejection is a redirect. You fall down, you get back up again. It's what you call experience. I gotta go. You can't fail if you don't try. The view is just from the borderline. Pain is part of the process. The architect of success. A stoppage in the road, mutation of the plan, a shifting of the load, the making of the man. You gotta take the lows to make it through the highs. You gotta take the blows to make it through the failures. Mother success, failures. Mother success.
And how are you now, sir? Because I know you had your cancer diagnosis, and I know you're not having any treatment for it. But how are you keeping?
Awesome. It's like you got to stay in the game, in the moment, every single hour of the day. You got to learn how to be in the moment. You got to approach life like you're driving a car, you know. And that's the analogy I'm using these days. It's like you don't mess about when you're driving a car. You're not busy looking around and getting distracted by things. You're engaged, living in the moment. It's something I've learned from making music, because when you're making music on stage, you are in the moment. You can't go anywhere. You've got to do this thing. It's a form of meditation. But I think the more that people live in the moment, the more they'll be able to deal with anything else. Because, you know, the past, that's where depression lives. The future, that's where anxiety is. So the moment is all you've got. And it can be really, really cool because it's not full of demons.
And is that the irony, as you're discovering that now rather than...
No, I didn't discover it now. I discovered it a few years ago when I moved out to the countryside to figure out what is wrong with me. My life was going in a really bad way, and I was going to end up in a number of different scenarios, none of which were going to work out. And I was like, I'll get off the pot time, I need to do something. So I moved in the middle of nowhere by myself, which was my biggest fear, and figured it out from there. And I developed a really strong connection to my spiritual side years before this happened. So I was in the perfect place, the perfect state of mind to deal with something like this. It's worked perfectly, you know. I don't even believe in coincidence, so I think this is how my path is supposed to go. This is exactly how it's supposed to go.
She's the one, she's the bomb, and she's gonna
So you sound, I was going to say how are you physically and mentally, but mentally you sound like in a very good place, ironically enough.
What are you trying to say? I look like shite.
No.
No, yeah, of course. There's no reason to, to suffer, to be, trapped in your own head, to have negative thoughts. There's no reason for it. You're in charge. That's what I've learned. And like I said, I learned it before, but it really comes in handy. But it's kind of a lesson everyone should do. You're in charge of your life, and it's everything. Your good fortune, your bad fortune, all the crap that's going on in your life, you're in charge of that. You're not at fault, but you are in charge. That's the difference. I think that's what we're supposed to come down here and be a human being. That's what we're supposed to learn. You actually are the driver.
Waking up with an 8.2 and it seemed like the easiest thing to do. When someone said, here's one for you. I'm so tired and I just spent ash in a hole in my pocket full of wasted cash. But it's alright, it was just bad stash. Jump inside, he said, I tried, I never met a junkie that I didn't like. Said he knew I'm not to disagree. Oh, how can you stay when you're 60 million miles away? How can you fly when you're free? And how can you feel when your mind's made up like a wheel of steel? How can you deal in your dreams? Sick of ecstasy.
And so what are the plans now for you for Wildhearts? Did I see you're doing a big Clam Abuse, Wildhearts, a bit of everything coming up?
Yeah, there's something coming up in December, but the plan immediately is that we're all going to get really drunk, and we're going to probably have to have someone to take us home and call our mums.
That's the short-term plan.
That's the short-term plan. But there's loads of things. The weird thing about a diagnosis like this is everybody tells you how much they love you. It has such a lovely knock-on effect, all this positivity, all this love coming in, that you can't help but think that this is the greatest time of my life. It really is the greatest time of my life. And a lot of people are coming up and saying, oh, I'm really sorry. And I'm like, I'm not. This is fantastic. My record sales are going up. People are listening to my music. I'm not. How are you going to get this much attention? Either a really expensive manager or a huge promotion budget or cancer. And thank God, all I can afford is cancer, but it's working. My God, and I saved a fortune.
Yeah, sitting in my room with the replacements in a skidoo, like a rebel without a clue. And the Beatles and the Stones get to hang out with Ramones, and the Pistons shutting fame as I sing the old refrain, as they always will again, like 29 times a
I mean, you've always been a very prolific writer. Is there a huge amount of Ginger back catalogue that your new material that you want to get out there?
There's definitely no back catalogue because I tend to just release it all, but there's definitely new material. We recorded an album that's coming out in October, November called Northern Spirit, and I've written the next album that we're going to hopefully start recording, rehearsing. If you're in a band, you'll know that whole palaver. But doing that and then recording it soon this year. So again, we're going to have the next album recorded probably before the next album comes out, if that makes any sense. But the music's always coming out. It never stops. We never stop working. We love this still. It's a pleasure to be around the people that are around us, the band and the crew and everyone. It's all just an absolute pleasure, and maybe it's because of this that I'm really appreciating it.
Well, sir, it's lovely to see you, and lovely to see you such a positive state of mind, sir, and that's lovely.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I could have been dead.